media is central to how people think about other people. That's inescapable. If those ideas and representations are dominated by one sector of the community to the disadvantage of the other, it's a problem.
Generation 3.0 is a project that Runnymede has been working on for the past 3 years. The aim was to try and find out what's changed over the past 3 generations, to link older people with younger people to see what would energise them to tackle issues around racism and racial injustice in the UK. We organised events in Birmingham, Manchester and London. We had expert lecturers and a panel of people who were involved in the media, whether it's filmmakers, actors or commissioning editors. We're really keen that people engage in discussion. Very often you can write a report and it stays on a shelf. We were keen to open up a space so people could talk to each other, learn from each other and take stock.
Black representation in the UK is British representation in the UK. This isn't just about, another separate society or another separate community. This is part and parcel of who we are as British. We're white, we're black, we're Asian, we're all these things and much more. This is not just about black, this is about Britain.
I've been a filmmaker for the past 10 years and it was much easier to get into the filmmaking industry. There was a lot of schemes going about, looking at equality, looking at diversity, but now there's less and less of those schemes.
I was on a shoot 2 weeks ago and it was a crew of 50 in total, and out of the 50 there was only 5 women and there was 1 black person, and that black person was me.
If there's not diverse people making the films, then the sort of films that get made doesn't show a correct scope of the people that are watching the programme. So it's quite important that it is quite diverse to get everyone's story.
I've just lost my briefcase. I'm asking you a question. Has anyone seen my briefcase?
Things have definitely improved a lot since when I was younger. Obviously, you did have some black programmes like Desmond's then and The Real McCoy, and they were quite significant at the time and culturally significant and important.
What you're trying to say is that these pages don't run consecutively.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying is that they don't run together.
Yo, grime's what I do. I'm on top of the rest like I'm on a roof.
What's happened is, yes, there are more black people on television, but I'd say there's a bit of a deficit in terms of representing different kinds of the black experience in Britain.
I think we'll be really misguided if we want every portrayal of a black story or of an Asian story to be representative of that group's experience. Sometimes we get bogged down in that. I remember when East is East first came out, we thought on the one hand amazing, but on the other hand we were really pissed off because we were like, why is the dad beating the kids? They're saying that all Asian dads beat kids. It's a very natural instinct because you don't see other Asian dads on TV. So one Asian dad becomes the archetypal Asian dad.
It's getting better and better. I mean, there are many people my age, people who are older than me, who have already got halfway there to being the people who are the producers, who are the writers, who are the directors, who are telling the stories. The future's positive.
There are efforts to force programme makers into thinking about widening the appeal, but at the same time, when you actually get to the commissioning stage, a lot of those ideas fall by the wayside. So for me, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. If the programmes are being on our screens, then yes, it's successful, but how many are there?
Their main priority, obviously, is audiences and to make sure that people watch the programmes. They're obviously going to be risk averse because they want to make sure that they're watched.
Really what it takes is someone that sits outside of the system to show that that can work for the people within the system to realise that, hang on a minute, that's a money spinner, and then, a new breed of film starts getting funded.
It's not natural, it's something that's continually being fought for. There has to be policies, there has to be certain kinds of practices which make certain ideals possible.
Change can happen. People are energised and interested in how they can take part in that change. If you'd like to get involved, visit www.generation3-0.org.